Sager with a Lexington local, and today I'm lucky to be meeting with Erica, who just opened up Center Goods. Tell us everything. What made you want to open the store?
Oh, where to start?
Right?
Yeah, my story is like a lot of people's. It was personal, in the sense that I was feeling like I was being a super eco-friendly person and filling my recycling bin with all my plastics every week. And then when the EPA released the statistic that only 9% of plastic was actually being recycled, I was sort of, shocked, and I felt like I had to rethink everything. I wasn't doing the right thing at all. So I had to sort of start thinking about how to keep the plastic from coming into the house to begin with, which definitely seemed like the solution. And that wasn't that easy. When you go to the grocery store, a lot of the natural products are actually owned by parent companies that aren't making great products for the environment. And the packaging was still not what I was looking for. So I started looking for independent companies that were really trying to make a difference and go plastic free and help you buy in bulk so you could refill. And that led me to discovering all of these terrific companies that are transparent and ethical and sort of doing the right thing for all the right reasons. But what that meant is that I had to order all these things online, and I was getting all of these deliveries,
Right.
and that wasn't very eco-friendly. So led me to this, where I thought if we could have a local resource where you could sort of get all of these things in one place without having to order them, without having to travel very far, maybe that could be a helpful resource for our community.
Wow.
So
That was
a lot.
impressive.
Sorry, that was a lot.
But I mean, the chain that you just didn't give up on any of that. It's pretty impressive.
it's constantly evolving. I'm learning. I'm no expert. I'm just a mom, and I'm doing the best I can, and I'm learning all the time. So things are, I'm evolving as I learn.
Because it makes sense to buy your dishwasher powder like that. You see that over there? How big it is? But that would last you a lifetime, right?
So the idea is I buy in bulk so you don't have to.
Right.
So if you just bring your container, whatever that might be, and bring it here, you weigh your container first.
Okay.
Then you can fill as little or as much as you want. Then I weigh it again and subtract that container weight. So you're just paying for the weight of whatever the product is that you bought. That way you can use that container indefinitely, and you never have to buy in bulk or small containers. The idea is I cut out that middleman.
And it's
for
probably cheaper of sorts.
It can be. These are natural, non-toxic products. I would say it's the equivalent of more like a Whole Foods product,
but
not
you're
a Stop
still
and
you can feel good about what you're doing, right? For the same money, you can feel good about how you did it.
Absolutely. It cuts out, there's sort of, I always like to think of it as convenience has a cost, and that cost is usually, people and the environment pay for it in one way or the other. So yes, it's a little less convenient, but there are really good reasons to do it.
Right. No, definitely. So, were you always in retail? What's your background?
No, not at all. So that's very scary. Hoping for the best, learning as I go. When my kids were little, I had an online store selling fair trade goods, which is another sort of, in my opinion, part of the equation. I think exploiting people cannot go hand in hand. So I think that we have to sort of bring those pieces together, taking care of people and the environment. So I had an online fair trade gift store, that, you know, worked well when my kids were little and were at home, but now are older and I can get out of the house.
Nice, nice. Well, this store is, I mean, laid out beautifully.
Thank you.
I don't know if you know, for someone who didn't have retail in their
That's
past.
very
It looks
kind
very
of you.
pretty.
Very generous.
There's
of
a
you.
lot of stuff in here, but it's really easy to read and stuff. So what are your favorite products here?
Oh, that would be impossible
I know. Well,
to
top
say.
three. Top three.
Oof, oof. As far as cutting plastic waste, I've become a huge fan of deodorant cream, which is in
Okay.
a glass jar. And it
Come show me.
Sure. It really works. It's not an antiperspirant, but it neutralizes the odor. And this is from a sustainable farm in Tennessee. And they've done a great job making a really effective product. They're completely run on solar power.
Wow.
And you never have to buy plastic again.
So,
You put it on.
Ooh.
Yeah.
cucumber. So you just like,
You take a little dab,
I see.
rub it
You
in,
just rub it in
yeah,
and call it a day.
and call it a day.
So,
So
it's
that's
funny.
a fun one.
That was my favorite product too. I've already looked through the store, and I was going to get some for my daughter. So, what else? What else is your
Lip
favorite?
balm. This is
Alright.
from a woman in Woburn,
Oh,
using local beeswax, and it's in compostable cardboard tubes. So
Oh.
again,
like why couldn't
No plastic.
everyone do that?
Mm.
Everyone could do that.
and
right?
it's effective. It's great. Love it.
So I saw another thing over here, the paper towel, the unpaper paper towel.
Yeah.
So tell me about that because I thought that was pretty interesting.
The idea is that using reusable cloths.
Right.
It's a new habit to learn. If you've always reached for the paper towel to wipe up a little spill,
Right.
it takes a little while to get used to reaching for a reusable cloth, but it makes a big difference. You will find, I've had the same roll of paper towels for a year. I just use it so infrequently, just for the gross dog mess or whatever.
Right. When the
But-
cat throws up.
yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But other than that, a flannel or an organic cotton cloth that you can just rinse and let it dry on the side of the sink.
Okay. I was
Um,
just gonna be dense about that and be like, okay, but like use it once and then you have to
You
wash
don't
it,
have
or you
to.
don't have
You
to,
don't
right?
have to. It really depends. Depends what
By
you're.
who you
what
are,
you're.
but-
Yeah. But then you throw it in the laundry
Right.
with the rest of your stuff.
Right.
Wash it.
And you can get laundry detergent here. I noticed that in the big bin. Unscented too, which is my favorite. What else should you show us?
Well, obviously we didn't talk about all the refills, but shampoos and conditioners. This is from a sustainable farm in Canada where they grow their own plants and
Really?
lavender, so it
Mm,
smells great.
interesting.
Hand soap.
So you can give up your expensive stuff from your salon.
Well,
You should try it.
you should try it. And that's the great
Mm,
thing.
smells
You
good.
know, refills are really flexible because if you want to just try 60 cents worth,
Right.
that's fine. Come
Right.
take one pump and see if it works for you. There's no minimum, there's no bottle to fill.
Yeah.
So bring your mason jar, take a pump, see
Yeah.
how it works for you.
Cool. So part of the point of this is obviously to recycle, reuse, and are you tracking sort of that statistic for, us?
Absolutely. Just a loose count thus far. We've only been open 6 weeks and we've already diverted over 300 plastic bottles from the waste stream. And I feel like, people are just catching
That's
on
impressive.
that we're here. So I'm pretty excited to see
Right.
that number grow. I think if you imagine 300 bottles,
Right.
that's a lot of plastic.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of plastic,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's like 3 or 4 huge garbage barrels full, I would
Yeah.
say, easily.
Easily.
So just from people coming and like laundry detergent and that kind of stuff.
Hand soap, shampoo,
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is super cool.
dish soap. That's
Yeah.
a big one.
Yeah, I bet that would be,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, so it's something you don't think about, you just
Right.
grab.
So it's pretty easy to do, to just, when you start, maybe just start with one item in your house. And if you think about how many bottles you go through of that in a year.
Mm-hmm.
And if you cut that down to 0,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you've made a little dent, which is satisfying.
Right, especially like the laundry detergent, the big plastic containers, the heavy ones.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So you can,
That's good.
Yeah, you can cut that out.
That's good. Super cool store. So, what are your hours like? What's
10 to 6
Okay.
every day, closed Monday.
Okay,
That's it.
that's a lot of hours.
Yeah,
That's good.
hopefully it's enough. We'll see.
Yeah, no, hopefully. Well, it's a lovely store, and
Thank
we
you.
wish you the best.
Thank you so much.